You ready?
You are now listening to Barco Boys.
Y'all funky ass up, y'all know the routine.
Niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you.
I'm about halfway to nowhere, and I know what I gotta do. I'm about 3 steps forward.
Hey,
I just need gotta come through. I need love, I need patience. Take me back to the basics. I just need one more shot at living. I just need one more shot like Pippin.
Niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you. I am the have-nots mascot.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. There's some regular guys and gal having some real conversation. Get your funky ass up, you know the routine. What's good, LBs? Hello.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Y'all know the routine. What's good though? What's good? How was your evening?
It was good. Can't complain. I woke up this morning and I'm semi okay.
Hey man. Was it better than yesterday?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. How about you? I like that green.
Hey man, thank you. I'm
I'm gonna
alright.
get
I'm
like you
chilling,
one day
man.
and be matching. Wait,
Yeah.
we both wearing green today. What's that
Hey,
about?
ain't that something? Ain't that something? Yeah, I'm good though, man. I can't complain. I can't complain, man. I woke up. You know, I ain't doing no complaining, man. None whatsoever. But yeah, man, I guess we'll get right into it. I was gonna put up the girl scores today, but I ain't gonna do that.
Oh no,
I,
why not?
I
Get a
ain't want
girl
to.
some shine now. You shine on the boys all the time.
I ain't want to start start nothing, but I will tell y'all who in the final for. Uh, Give me a second. Man, I just saw somebody make Michigan get blew out all crazy yesterday. But South Carolina versus UConn and Texas versus UCLA should be some good games. All number one seeds facing off and fighting for. But I saw Michigan get beat so bad. I said I ain't even gonna waste people time with that. They got beat bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What's good with the people, man? Hey, man, we got some news, man. I know y'all know there's COVID running around, the new COVID. And I want to ask some questions about this once I read this next thing I put up. But I want to ask some questions about this because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. So I gotta definitely say something. But it say hell, a new highly mutated COVID variant called cicada is spreading through the U.S. Detected in 25 states, easier to spread and evade immune systems. U.S. health officials are watching for another strain of COVID-19 that is beginning to spread. The CDC is calling variant BA.3.2 cicada. The highly mutated variant has also been flagged by the World Health Organization and has been detected in more than 20 countries, including Japan, Kenya, Netherlands, and the United Kingdom. In some places, it accounts for up to 30% of cases. The variant was first identified in a traveler to the U.S. in June 2025. The variant remained largely underground until emerging more recently. The first confirmed U.S. case was reported in January and has since been detected in a lot of wastewater samples at 132 sites across at least 25 states. According to CDC, affected states include California, Connecticut, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Louisiana, Maine, Michigan, Maryland, Massachusetts, Missouri, New Hampshire, New Jersey, I'm wearing my mask. See y'all Thursday. New Jersey, Nevada, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, and Wyoming. And I guess that's about it. Ain't no need to read all the rest of that. But yeah, man. So I don't know if y'all feel like protecting yourself, but I want to know this. Somebody answer me this question. What's good with you, Magic? Natalie, Uncle Tony, Aaron, what's good with y'all, man? Listen, I want to know this though. Being that we know where this shit coming from and all this stuff now, we supposed to sit back and just accept this, like, you know, you got Bill Gates talk about, yeah, you got all this stuff he talking. Like, what do we do now that we know where all this stuff is coming from? What do we do? Just sit back and say, all right, let's get sick. You see, they got the name for it. This shit been around. This ain't nothing new.
I mean, what really can you do about it? I mean, you can't not catch it, because once they release stuff, it's out here.
Come on, man. This shit.
Once they release it, it's out here. I mean, if you exposed to it, you catch it, you got to get treated by the methods that they have out here for you to get treated by. I mean, I don't know if we got enough research to say, you know, those you know, home remedies that work for COVID, or I guess you could call them, is going to work for these new variants. You know, what are they designing them to withstand? Did they design them to withstand the, you know, stuff that people use to treat COVID? Like, we don't know what the heck they're doing.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't even know
about mutations and variants. Like, what the heck?
But you got Bill Gates saying stuff like, the next pandemic will be worse.
Right.
And he says the world still has no system to catch it in time. Now that we know that you part of a lot of this stuff going on, why is this nigga not in jail? I don't know what is going on here. You've been around since HIV, working around, playing around with these vaccines and all this other stuff. What is going on here? Hey, Jersey, man, I love y'all. I'll be there, man, but I'll be masked up. Like I said, man, I'm bringing me a mask. I ain't even playing around. Enough playing, man.
Yo. Top of the morning to the people. Top of the morning to the people. What up? What up?
What's good with you, brother? I know y'all headed out tomorrow.
I can't call it.
Y'all headed
yes,
out
sir.
tomorrow.
No. Tonight.
Well,
tonight,
in the morning, tonight, you know, early morning. You know what I'm saying, man. Come on,
early morning.
Knock it off, man. I guess you want to be specific for the people. I get it.
I'm already gone, bro. I'm not even here mentally, bro. I'm not here, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. They got me at work, but I'm not here, bro.
All the way in Jersey. Think about the next move. Yeah, man. Bill Gates out here. He playing God. Like, they playing God. What are we supposed to do? All this information that came out about you guys, and y'all out here playing God. What are we supposed to do? Just sit around and say, yeah, they doing the best. Cause I actually seen Waka Flocka saying how he's not a Republican or Democrat, but Trump has his full support and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, even with Chile and her lies, I'm not even getting into that really too much. But my thing is, like, we don't see what's going on. What y'all paying attention to? What y'all paying attention to that y'all allowing, or y'all saying y'all support this guy and y'all hearing the accusations and all the other stuff? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want to say to Waka Flocka, man, if you had them accusations on you, my brother, you would be canceled from the black community and everybody else. That's all that was really supporting you anyway. But you would be canceled, bro. Touching minors? Come on, man. I'm not even gonna go to all in depth. But we got some little disturbing news.
Hey, yo, what I missed? Somebody Waka Flocka? What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, I know that's your boy, man. He talk about his support for Trump and all this old crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah, he wilding.
Yeah, he wilding, man. It's like, my thing is, I don't know, yo. Our people cancel our own people for less. Way less. He canceled. I'm done with him. I ain't doing nothing. But for a guy like this, he got your full support. Are you kidding me, my G? You out of pocket, Walker. And you're a Gemini, so I know what the whole. But you tripping, bro. You tripping. I don't like it. I don't like nothing about it. He tripping. I know y'all heard about this, man. We're gonna get into this a little bit. Judge, I was gonna play it probably last week sometime, but I said we gotta talk about it because, you know, they charging them as adults. So 12 and 13-year-old boys died as adults following gruesome attack on 12-year-old girl in Miami. And I tried to get the aunt. It's crazy because I tried to get the aunt interview and I couldn't find it nowhere. They must have took it off the thing, but the aunt went off. She went off about, the 12-year-old aunt, I believe, went off about people don't know what's really going on and this, that, and the third. But I want to know how people feel about them being charged as adults and what's to come for them.
From today's hearing, and I'll tell you some more details about what happened. There were two very different outcomes today. 13-year-old Nelson Nunez, the suspect accused of raping the young girl, will remain behind bars in an adult correctional facility as he awaits trial. Over the past several days, his attorney had Nunez's family members tell the judge how they would ensure his supervision if he were to be released. The judge was not convinced. However, 12-year-old Josiah Jones, the suspect accused of putting rocks in the young girl's mouth to silence her as she was allegedly being raped by Nelson Nunez, will be allowed to go home as he awaits trial. He'll be on lockdown at home. He'll have to attend virtual school and can't have access to the internet outside of school and may not contact the victim or any other defendants. So both suspects are being tried as adults. We spoke to attorneys for both suspects after the ruling.
Now, that doesn't mean he's going to stay in custody forever.
Because he was in substantially a different position. The position he was in was that he was forced to do the things that he did by the other two children as a threat of force. And those were the words of the young victim herself. Outcome because he was in substantially.
Yeah, how y'all feel about the 12 and 13-year-old being charged as adults? I heard them say they got one of them in adult facility. They breaking the law. I don't know. You're not supposed to have no kids in no adult facility. I don't care if they being protected or they in a separate unit or whatever. You sit their ass into juvenile until they of age and you ship their ass off. That's how that go. But
yeah, I agree with that. They definitely shouldn't be housed with adults at all in prison. If they have to be, it need to be something segregated. They don't need to be in, population with the adults. But I do feel like the charges are appropriate for this particular case. And I only say that because of the allegations that, what they did to the little girl, that was pretty extreme. So it was like, what was your mindset, going into, if you think about 12, 13-year-old, you would imagine that they would, if they're going to assault somebody, if it's assault, they might hold them down, whatever. But they go as far as, putting rocks in the girl's mouth. Like that's that's another level to me. And I feel like that needs some correction.
That's the one they freed.
Yo, first thing I thought about this, my daughter's just turned 13. That's first and foremost, bro. I want everybody locked up. I want the parents locked up. I want the parents to go to jail. I don't know how I would react, bro, as a parent, bro, in this whole situation, bro, if this were to happen to my daughter. So I don't know, I don't know how I really feel, bro, but I know at the end of the day, parents got to be held accountable. Everybody got to be held accountable, bro. Everybody. Who raised these kids? Who raised them? Who raised these kids? Who they live with?
That's the main thing right there.
Because they are very young to be charging them as adults. They don't even have a brain yet. That's for one. So who's teaching these kids? Everybody got to be in jail. Everybody.
I'm gonna tell you why. I think everybody should be in jail. I think they should get their ass in jail or learn a lesson too. But let me explain something why I'm against it. Right? I think, like I said, I think they should be in jail. But you charging them as adults. They facing 30 years in prison, my G. Like it's hard for me to see that as a 13, 14-year-old, like mind not fully mature. Like, I do think they deserve some time. I think the parents deserve some time, just like you saying. I think they deserve that. But 30 years, this shit is excessive. And you putting them as adults for a reason. You could give them juvenile life and they face 7 years or 8 years or whatever the case may be. You're giving them 30 years. I just think, or trying to give them 30 years. I just think that shit is insane, for real, for real. 30 years, like, and you gotta understand, yo, right? I got daughters. I got 2 daughters. Me, I'd probably be in jail. I'd have went to jail at the courthouse. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'd probably be in jail. But my thing is, they kids, yo. They all kids. Even the girl. I want to hear how the story panned out. Like I said, I heard the aunt in a on a news press conference, and she was saying, y'all don't know the story. Y'all don't know what was really going on. It's a deeper story. Whatever the case may be, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I know they still need to be in prison. Rocks in mouth. So they need some discipline. They need some discipline. They need some, as LB says, some correction, which they not going to get. We got to understand that as well. They not getting no correction going to juvenile or adult prison. There's no correction in the correctional facilities. We got to start just being honest about that. That shit ain't happening. But as kids facing 30 years or the maximum penalty for that, I don't know, man. I don't know if 30, I think 30 years is harsh if that shit happen to happen.
30 years is harsh when she got to go her whole lifetime with that experience and that trauma.
Understood. Like, I still think that's harsh.
That's why I said it's tough, Bees. I'm feeling the same way you feel. I just don't know how to look at it at all. I definitely think parents should be held accountable as well. I think everybody should be held accountable. Maybe the kids get 10 years and the parents get 10 years. We got to even. They got to make sense to me. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know, B. It's tough.
It is tough. Like I said, they deserve some time. Like I said,
I don't think it's tough. I mean, when you violate somebody, you assault somebody, you hurt somebody, why we have sympathy for you? Why is more sympathy for you than it is for the victim?
Let me say this real quick. We saw, like, and I'm not trying to compare the two crimes, but we saw Kyle Rittenhouse shoot down 2 black people and walk out of the jail with no problems, with help from the people and all this shit. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to compare the crimes. But 30 years for a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old. What are we saying here?
That's the only thing. It's the
they ain't killed nobody. What are we saying here?
You may as well. Do you know what damage that does to a person?
Wow,
you want her to live with that trauma? That's like needed. Some people take their lives for that.
Let me say this too. Also, we first got to make sure that everything is valid, right? They got charged. They're gonna have to fight it or cop out, whatever they're gonna do. But we got to also make sure this is valid.
Yeah, I mean,
we got to make sure this is valid. I say this shit all the time. I had 5 friends that had a similar type of situation with this, and they got caught, and the girl went crying.
Well, this ain't that, so we can X that situation out because the daddy actually interrupted what was going on in this situation. He heard her screaming.
What? And they ain't died?
He heard her screaming and went to look for her.
Well,
that's what I understood. I might be getting the cases mixed up, but I think this is the one.
Like I said, man, I don't
know, but either still, I don't know. I can't agree with that one.
You know, and I stress this a lot on the show too. Like, I'm not a fan of the judicial system. Like, I said the other day, I seen guys get 5 years for a murder.
That's what I was just about to say.
I done seen people get murder. We talk about 12 and a 13-year-old.
I can't. That's why I said it's hard for me to agree with them getting 30 years. I can't. It's hard for me to agree to that. I can't agree to that.
And I do
I
think
can't
they
agree
should
to
be, and like I said, I do think they should be punished. But you notice that the last 2 days, our video has been about 12, 13, and 14-year-olds. Like it seems like they're just getting younger and younger and younger and younger.
Look at what they're exposed to. You know, today, kids are exposed to these type of things and adult behavior at an earlier age. So can we still say they're as innocent at 12 and 13?
I'm not even saying them boys. I'm not even saying them boys is innocent. They don't really look that innocent. But if you really trying to correct them, 30 years ain't gonna do that. They're gonna come home after 30 years and do what? That ain't gonna correct them. I'm pretty sure right now, while they sitting in jail, they pretty much learned their lesson. And I still think they need to be punished. But I think they probably done learned their lesson. Like, God damn, this is a high profile. None of them never been in trouble. This is all new to everybody, including the girl.
Stop acting like these kids don't know what rape is.
I don't know. I can't say
if it was correctable, it should have been done. Like it. I feel like we're taking accountability away from these kids. Like they're not accountable. Their parents are not accountable because the correction starts at home. Like you. But
let me say this, LB, real quick. When you say they should know what art is, right? How about if they don't though? I wasn't taught that at 12 and 13.
Again,
I grew up and learned about that shit. Listen to what I'm saying.
You're at a different age. They're doing that in video games today, E.
Well, I don't know nothing about that.
It's a video game that allows them to do that.
I don't know what
so that's what I'm saying. Today, that's why I made that statement. In today's time, can we say these 12, 13-year-olds are as innocent as we'd like them to be because of what they have access to today? I just had to talk to a 9-year-old, 8-year-old about playing a certain video game that allows you to pick up a stripper or whatever, not stripper, but pick up, the girl, the walker, and and it showed him doing stuff to the woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they know already what this is.
All right, I got you. So check it out. With them having access to this stuff, whose fault would that be?
Again, so we need to have them accountable along with their parents. The correction already should be happening. So if you commit this act, that's what prison is for. You go to prison.
Well,
I know I probably would be singing a different tune if it was my own child, but I would hope.
I know you would. I'm gonna tell you now. They talk about you going to jail for 30 years.
Hey,
this is it.
Hey, we got to be technical, yo. 12 and 13, this is learned behavior. Whoever the parents is should be held accountable as well. And they should take a bulk of that load, bro. I can't, it's hard for me to say that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's hard for me to say a 12-year-old child that knows nothing about nothing, whose brain hasn't been developed, should deserve 30 years. No, the parent that raised that demon should be arrested and be held the same amount of accountability.
And think about this. This probably their first time ever touching anything. Silly, young. How they used to say it back in the day, Gramps used to say, young, dumb, and full of cum. Goofy young boys that don't know what the hell going on. Like 30 years. You talk about harsh. Like I said, I see niggas
also because she's 12, 13. She got to go a lifetime having this happen to her.
So you said they should have to go a lifetime recognizing their mistake at 12 and 13. That's what you're saying.
If she's 12 and 13 having to live with being assaulted and traumatized to a level where she's been violated, her sexuality has been taken. You know what I mean? Like her sexual, you know what I'm saying? So why would we have more empathy?
It's not about empathy.
Hey, B, I was just about to say it's not even that to me because like E about to say the way the law is set up right now, B's, we got a president in office. Like what we like, it's hard to even argue some of this stuff, B's. We talking about a 12-year-old. It's hard, B's, because we seeing people walk out of jail every single day with the similar crimes.
And we know it's not right.
It's not right.
It's not right.
So we're gonna let them take advantage of our 12 and 13-year-old
30-year-old person
away for 30 years when we know this system is not right.
Yeah. It's hard for me to look at it like that.
Listen, I understand what y'all are saying. I swear to God, I do. I swear I do. But you're not seeing the other side of it. You're looking at it at these boys being punished.
I do see the side. I hear everything you're saying.
But getting put in the corner versus getting a spanking. That's a difference in discipline. But if it calls for one versus another, then let it be. But they put themselves in that situation.
He just said juvenile life. That's for one. Juvenile life even 30 years. Juvenile life, not 30 years.
That's 7 years.
So secondly,
we talk about guys that's in jail real quick, Fly, and I'm not going to hold your thought real quick, but we talking about guys that get juvenile life for murders. 7 years, and you're about to give them 30 years?
Listen, it's not fair across the board because of different judges. Different judges have different point of views. They are the ones that impose the sentencing. What I'm talking about is if you're going to be charged, let it be so. Because I can't compare being lenient on these kids because they are of an age that people feel like they were innocent or not as guilty or shouldn't have their life stripped away from them when they actually stripped part of this girl's life away from her.
Allegedly,
right. So if that's the case, why would we have more empathy for these boys than we do for the girl?
It's not even about the boy.
How is she going to get over that? That's a lifelong that she got to go through dealing with this trauma. It is not easy.
With me, it's not about the boy or the girl.
That level.
It's not really about the boys or the girls. I'll be off the system and how the system is designed, right? I've seen guys, violent offenders, walk out of jail 5 years with 85% for a homicide, for taking somebody's life. But we're going to let them do these 12 and 13-year-olds and throw them away, and they ain't kill nobody. That's the same thing I said when I went to trial. I'm fighting because I didn't kill nobody. I know niggas right now every day going to court. Huh?
Do you want to wait until they do kill somebody instead of stepping in and give them that?
We thinking wrong. You said they need correction. Correction don't happen in 30 years. Don't give you correction.
Let me put 30 it this
years.
Way.
30
the
years.
Correction I'm talking about is correcting the parents' mistake of not doing their job. So we put them in the system so they can do theirs. That's correcting this bad streak to what's going on.
When has the system ever corrected anybody from juvenile?
Let me rephrase that. Because I understand where you're going. I'm not talking about correction in their behavior. I'm talking about correcting the fact that they're out here in the first place committing crimes. Correct that.
I agree with that.
Off the street. So that's what I'm talking about. So what I'm saying is in that I would rather go ahead and lock these kids up. Let it do what it do. Do the wake up call, whatever. Then maybe they don't get 30 years. Maybe they don't. But I'd rather that happen, get them off the street, than them go out and rape somebody else. Or them go out and potentially kill somebody else. That's 2 lives.
I think what they
3
did,
lives. I don't want to see that.
I think what they did was terribly wrong. Like I said, I think they need to be.
If they don't get correction, they're capable of much more.
When you say correction, LBs, you sound like a correction officer or warden.
No, I'm not talking about going in and making them rehabilitated. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the correction, like get off the street. Put them somewhere. If you can't keep them at home and make them do right, then they need to go somewhere else that somebody else is gonna get them.
All right, that's the part I'm trying to find out. Where?
Yeah.
Where? Our country doesn't have nothing set up to help correct nobody.
If your parents cared, they would make sure that you are not out here raping some child. Get them off the street.
Well,
I'm sorry. I wouldn't want this on anybody. When I tell you, I can't even imagine what that little girl went through and will have to go through in her life. Having had that experience, can you imagine what it feels like for? Come on, you can't imagine. Y'all do.
I mean, we
hey, beans, but we still able to sympathize. We got daughters. I mean, at the end of the day, let's be understand that.
That ain't definitely understand that. Got to carry her whole life, worrying about if somebody's gonna attack her. all the time. Can't trust nobody. Living a life in a shell, most likely, unless you get some serious help. And still, that ain't no guarantee for a lot of people.
My thing is, I think these boys need help too. These 12-year-old boys need mental help too. I think that send them in the jail system for all that time and charging them as adults. I don't know if that's the help I'm talking about, but they need help too. And I think the parents, like I said, the parents should be held ultimately accountable for this. A lot. Take a lot of accountability.
Let me ask you this. So if we say right now today, instead of sending these boys to prison,
they need to go to jail.
What's the alternative?
No, I'm saying go to jail. I'm not saying not go to jail.
They need a scared straight experience. They need to go to jail. I'm not saying they don't need to go to jail.
Are they going to get that? Are they going to get that though? No,
I don't know. It depends.
We don't have that stuff set up. It's nothing set up in alternative to going to jail. We know that.
They may go in there and lose their lives. They might go in there and become homosexuals because no disrespect, because somebody might take their innocence. Like, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of possibilities of what can happen.
Yeah. It's a lot of possibilities. You know what I'm
saying? And I'm just saying for first-time offenders, this is extremely harsh.
And that's
I know first-time offenders get probation
for 30 years. Like that, we know that's a possibility because of all these different factors. But
how many guys out here
is kind of like a tactic to kind of say, hey, this could potentially happen. You know, that's part of that, reality check, maybe. I don't know. But
I mean, I hope that's what it is. I hope the parents understand the law and understand what's going on.
Yeah,
like I said, the one that's
and I guess hopefully it falls somewhere where it's rational or reasonable.
The one that they said was the ringleader and that they holding in the adult facility.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping the parents understand what need to be done. The girl, I feel like I'm glad she came out because we need to know that these little badass kids is doing this type of stuff. Like, I wouldn't have even been thinking like this at 12 or 13, we playing, hide and go get them and 7 minutes in heaven and shit. Like, I
just keep thinking of my 13-year-old, even with my oldest is 13-year-old. I know they know doing something like that was bad. I know they know this. You know what I'm saying?
I just never did it or never. And back in my day, I probably wasn't hearing about it like that. But I never even thought like that.
Yeah.
Ever in my life, I never thought like that. Like, oh, I'm gonna go take something.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. How does that come in your head?
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to figure out. How does that come in your head?
The whole
I want it that bad that I'm gonna take it.
You holding her down.
Hold up. What type of shit y'all doing?
Yeah,
that's why I said, man.
Itself, I think was the reason why they wanted to go high with the charges, just the details of what they were doing, the actions.
Hey, Jason, if it was little YT boys, the situation would be different. They wouldn't be charged as adults. I guarantee you that.
I would never feel different. I don't care what color they are.
The situation would be different. So I would be probably feeling like, yeah, get their ass juvenile life. Tear their little ass up.
Why would you feel differently?
That's not feeling differently. I want them to go to jail. I think they should go sit in juvenile prison.
But when you talk about charging them down, who's trying to save the little black kids? Y'all missing. I think I'm missing everything we saying. I think any kid that's 12 or 13 mentally ain't sharp, man. I don't think they're there. I think, for instance, we had a Hedingham shooting where a little 15-year-old shot 10 people, killed 10 people. The parents should be held accountable too. I'm gonna keep saying it. Everybody should be held accountable in these situations, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that.
They shouldn't be held accountable. They should be held accountable. They should go to jail.
They definitely need to go to jail.
The parents also should take some type of accountability. Who's raising these demons?
This is what I'm saying. You charging them as adults, and you got adults to charge.
Right.
Exactly.
Why are you charging the kids as adults?
Well, that's a word right there, because that is actually
that's a good one.
That makes sense.
You got adults to charge.
Yeah.
They supposed to be responsible.
Yeah. You right.
Right? So I don't know. That's what I thought. When you're of a certain age, an adult is responsible. You're not responsible for yourself. So how am I getting charged as an adult?
You're right about that, because you can't even sign on your own until you're 18, right?
You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, B, right. We already know 12-year-olds don't know how to sign anything. Them niggas can't even hear right.
That's what I'm about to say. They probably can't even write cursive, man.
Come on. Come on.
I got another. I got another.
What? And now that you say that, that makes perfect sense. That's the initiative they need to push, because that's going to change a whole lot of stuff.
They pushing.
I promise you. Be accountable for their children. They're going to raise them right.
They're trying to raise them right. They're trying to push it in Jersey. I don't know what other states, but they are definitely trying to push it.
I'm just thinking about it. Even with them going to school, that's going to change a lot if you are accountable for your child. Because when they stop wanting to send kids home, like suspend them for stuff, because they don't really want to do that. They'll do it in extreme cases because, they got to keep the numbers up. But when they start kicking these kids out of school on a mass for all this little stuff that they doing, them parents going to take accountability and start making them kids behave properly.
Right.
Now they got to go home with you and you got to teach them that.
You got to figure it out. So yeah, you're right. Parent accountability.
Come on, man. These parents got to be accountable, dog. This is out of control. What's happening?
All right. So tell me what y'all think about this one.
Serious condition following a drunk driving crash on I-64.
Virginia State Police say it happened Monday morning as the 14-year-old was behind the wheel of the car, driving drunk on the interstate with a baby in the car. Emily Harrison has the latest on the investigation.
Virginia State Police say the 14-year-old girl lost control of the car at around 2 a.m. as she drove along Interstate 64 and crashed into a guardrail. Police say the car then crossed the roadway, went off the left side and hit a Jersey wall, resulting in serious injuries for both the driver and a 1-year-old baby who was also in the car.
Drinking as a minor is bad enough. Compounding that by getting behind the wheel is far, far worse.
Ed Booth, a legal analyst for 13 News Now, says the path forward for this 14-year-old depends on her blood alcohol content level.
Do you see what's going on? It depends on her blood alcohol level. So we just treating teenagers like adults all across the board. But what I'm shocked about, she's 14 years old with a 1-year-old baby, and she driving a car drunk at 2 a.m. in the morning.
I ain't even got nothing to say. God damn, no.
I don't even know what to say, bro.
Like, just think about the shit that's going on out here in society right now, yo.
Come on, man.
14 years old with a 1-year-old mean you had the baby at 13.
I was pregnant at 13. No, got pregnant.
Automatically made you an adult, right? That made you an adult.
She got pregnant. No, she got the baby at 13 because the baby won. She 14.
Right. Jesus.
With a car that's probably hers, it seemed like, at 2 o'clock in the morning, drunk, driving a baby.
Jesus.
Like, I don't know what is going on, and I'm trying to figure out, like, what is for real going on out here in society. Like, what's going on with our people that if she's 13, 14, her parents probably kids too. And when I say kids, they grown, but they young too, probably. 14 with a goddamn car, driving drunk on the interstate. This shit sound like a movie, man. We are living in some dark times. I don't know what is going on. That's crazy, crazy.
Wicked.
Wicked ain't the word, bro. Wicked ain't the word, man. But it's like I said, man. We got to step up in the community, man. We got to step up in the community, yo, because these youth right now, I don't know what is going on. They not even. It's no. Like we saying they should go to jail as adults, the boys. These niggas out here ain't acting like kids right now. They moving as adults. She had a 1-year-old, lost her baby. She in critical condition. Come on, man. I'm sad. That should make you sad when you hear enough stories like that. Like, yo, what the hell is going on with our people? What we thinking out here? Yeah, I know we talked about Tyler Perry yesterday, giving the $250K gift cards. You know, they done said to the TSA yesterday. Yeah, go ahead and return them gift cards now. Go return them $1,000 gift cards. Enough is enough. But I found out something interesting about TSA. I got to go read that whole Project 2025. I really do, because the shit that's going on and what they saying, like, we got to pay attention to Project 25, y'all. That's all I'm going to say, first and foremost. We have to pay attention to Project 2025, man.
The Trump economic plan, we will cut your energy prices in half within.
I didn't want to play that. My bad. Apologize. I wanted to play the TSA shit. Here you go.
I want you to look at this board here. It says the Transportation Security Administration, TSA, be privatized. Right there, Project 2025. Until it is privatized, TSA should be treated as a national security provider, and its workforce should be deunionized immediately. This is the recommendation of the Heritage Foundation in Chapter 5, page 134 of their Mandate for Leadership, better known as Project 2025. Mr. Chair, I know some of my colleagues would like to say that there's no, but Acting Administrator McNeil, didn't DHS announce on March 7th, 2025 that DHS was ending collective bargaining for TSA officers? Yes or no?
Yes, it did.
Thank you. That's right. So when you're acting here like you give a darn about our TSA officers, stop with the hypocrisy. Mr. Chairman, I want to make sure that I ask unanimous consent to include into the record a press release by DHS entitled, DHS Ends Collective Bargaining for TSA's Transportation Security Officers.
Without objection.
Now, it's hard to believe that the Republicans' reluctance to fund TSA, despite 10 attempts by Democrats in the Senate, is not acting on the Heritage Foundation and Trump's administration's playbook to hurt workers and create conditions to privatize TSA. Because Republicans blocked DHS funding.
So this is all being done by design, man. They shaking TSA up. And I think TSA gonna have these problems again. Let me ask y'all a question out there, man, real quick. How y'all gas doing in y'all states, man? What that gas looking like? Because I know it done went up out here yesterday. So what y'all gas looking like across the country, man? Yeah, what the hell? This is sad.
It went from $2.50 to $4, bro.
You heard?
Since the last time we spoke about it.
You heard? And it's climbing. It ain't stopping. $4. It is $4, Jay, some places. I seen that yesterday, $4. I said, man, this shit, man, they out of pocket. Jersey about $3.89. Oh, that'll be up probably today. Because we just went up. How long Jersey been $3.89? We was just $3.89 2 days ago.
I was just $3.99, dog. Master Grace said $4.99 in the A. God damn. Hey, yo, no wonder, man. Somebody talk about man. I gotta get Uber Steve on the line, man. I ain't see him in a while. I gotta get Uber Steve on the line. $5 in the A, that's nasty.
Come on, man. It's ridiculous. And they got this whole weird ass agenda going on, man. And you like, what the hell is going on? What is Project 2025? We need to really be paying attention to that, people. We need to be paying attention to what's going on, what they trying to do, their plans. And when you really understand their plans, man, you gotta counteract, yo, because we gotta figure out something. And I'm stressing this shit to y'all that we gotta find out something. Hey, Nat, I see what you said about if they act and behaving as adults, should they be charged as adults? That's a real good question, but I was their age, right? And like I said, I was playing games and doing that shit, but I still had to grow up fast. Because my pops was getting high. I had to grow up fast, right? I was with my grandmother. I still had to grow up fast. That didn't make me an adult, though. I still wanted to do kid things.
It's just so different because people come from different circumstances. I'm thinking about my little homegirl. She was 13. She had a baby at 13, but her parents was on drugs. The parents was sprung out young, so she had to grow up fast. Everybody's situation is different, yo. That's why I said I hold parents accountable, man, in these situations. A lot of these situations, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know, man. It's tough, yeah.
Wow, Nicole said we can't even afford to drive our big truck. Had to put it to rest. Even insurance for the big truck is high. Yeah, man. I mean, the way this shit is panning out, man, it seemed like everything gonna go up. And it seemed like, first of all, think about this, right? I played that video just a few minutes ago, and I said I didn't want to play it, but I'm gonna play it now. Remember, the president said this stuff, though. You remember he said this. Now I ain't bugging, but remember he said this.
The Trump economic plan. We will cut your energy prices in half within, mark it down, and you can get very angry at me if we don't do it. Within 12 months, your energy prices will be cut in half. My plan will cut energy prices in half or more than that within 12 months of taking office. Number one, your energy bill within 12 months will be cut in half, and that's my pledge all over the country. Beyond farmers, that's my pledge all over the country. If you vote for me, I will cut your energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months. We're going to cut them down in half. And under my plan, we will cut energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months, and that means for your homes, too. I will cut your energy and electricity prices in half, 50%, 5-0, within 12 months of taking the oath of office. My plan will cut energy prices in half. Within 12 months, we're going to have energy prices for businesses, but in my opinion, maybe even more importantly for the average household, I said by 12 months from January 20th, which is...
Well, we well past that, ladies and gentlemen.
Mine's the highest it's ever been.
It's the ever highest. Been. And Lord knows he must not know who Duke Energy is, because they under investigation right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down with the class action lawsuit, man. I ain't gonna lie, man, because they got to bounce, man. They are.
Well, let me correct me. They're calling for an investigation or audit in North Carolina for these. They're gonna.
I thought they had a class action lawsuit against them right now.
I don't know if they actually did it yet. I know that they were. Well, they may have a class action lawsuit. Let me take that back because that's separate, I believe. But they calling for the state to actually do an audit.
Okay.
Doing a fiscal audit.
Tell me. Check this out. Tell me how y'all feel about this, because this shit fucked me up. I swear to God. Like, this guy need to be in jail. I promise you, and forgive me for just saying it like that, but this guy needs to go to prison. This guy needs to go to prison and probably snatch me up, send me to prison before he go. But he need to go to prison, man. Check this out.
This is a commemorative coin featuring Donald Trump that was just formally approved by the president's hand-picked Commission of Fine Arts. And they want this coin to be a big deal.
My motion to approve this as presented, and with the strong encouragement that you make it as large as possible, all the way to 3 inches in diameter. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. This is the Commission of Fine Arts. They have oversight over federal buildings, memorials, and coins and medals. And Trump has installed a group of loyalists on this commission who voiced their appreciation for the design.
I know he reviews a lot of different images and is very particular about what is put out there about him. I know it's a very strong and a very tough image of him.
Now, during the review process, commissioners made one thing very clear: size matters.
I think the president likes big things. Is 2 inches a good starting point, and to work up from there? Or?
I think the larger, the better, and the largest of that circulation, I think, would be his preference.
The commission is also in the process of reviewing another proposed Trump coin, which would be $1, and is raising legal questions because it's actually against the law to display the image of a sitting president or living former president, according to the U.S. code governing coin design. Sitting president is not prohibited from appearing on a commemorative coin like the one approved on Thursday, but hasn't done so since Calvin Coolidge back in 1926. Democratic lawmakers have introduced legislation to prohibit any living or sitting president from being featured on any U.S. currency.
Hey, y'all, what y'all feel about that? First of all, they ain't talk about the gold coin. Y'all know he got a solid gold coin coming out. All this stuff is already approved. A solid gold coin, a commemorative coin, and a dollar coin. And on top of that, Trump wants his name on money. Hold up, not that. Well, that's the gold coin.
What do you want his name on the money for? He already, because of him, declared the United.
Yeah, he want his name on the money. I mean, he want his coins, and his name is gonna be on all currency, signed on all currency. What is this? The Trump takeover? Not just that. Did y'all hear about him he gonna be on the Let me find this real quick because I gotta tell y'all this. I couldn't put it up. We had too much content. But check it out. I'm talking about really crazy stuff. Yeah, but anyway, I can't find it. But he got a lot going on, man.
What is
Palm Beach International Airport is officially gonna be named after Donald Trump. The airport in Palm Beach. He should actually be losing fans. This is a hostile takeover, Bob. I don't know what is going on. He putting his name everywhere, and I'm trying to think, for what? For what? Check this out. What's going on? What he got going on? Let's hear some of the stuff he got going on. Cause they building some type of I want to say bunker or something for this guy. That's what they supposed to be building. If I could find it, I can't even see. But they supposed to be building some bunker under the ballroom.
They already did it. It was already in a bunker. He revamped it, updated it.
Yeah, he updated it. But why is he updating? Now let's think about this, right? We already talked about Bill Gates just buying 10 underground bunkers, Elon Musk bunkers, Mark Zuckerberg bunkers, and then he says that with the bunkers, there's gonna be with his bunker that's gonna be under the ballroom, that it's gonna be safe and protected from drones and missiles and all this other shit. And I'm like, I don't remember no attack being on the United States. Are you telling us to be prepared for something?
Yeah, he was. As soon as he got in the White House, they did all them updates. That was just to cover up updating the bunker. That's all the ballroom issue was in the garden. You know, they took all the plants and stuff out the garden and paved it, right?
Yeah.
So all of that was to update the bunker, right? Mm-hmm. Then you turn around a few months later, we at war.
Right.
If it won't planned, you tell me what it looked like.
Mm-hmm. Check it out. Listen to him, though.
Now, the military is building a big complex under the ballroom, which has come out recently because of a stupid lawsuit that was filed. But the military is building a massive complex under the ballroom, and that's under construction, and we're doing very well. So we're ahead of schedule. That's part of it. The ballroom essentially becomes a shed for what's being built under the military, including from drones and
Man, I ain't let it keep rocking with drones, missiles, any attacks. And I'm like, I thought the White House already had that type of stuff, but he is just demolishing shit and fixing it up to his liking, man. And fixing it up to his liking, man. Check him out. Check him out. I could go on with Trump for days.
He gave Iran the right to have a nuclear weapon at the highest level within a very short period of time. And I terminated that agreement.
It was actually Trump who gave them the right to produce nuclear weapons when he pulled out of the JCPOA agreement that Obama signed with Iran. Trump is literally rewriting history because his supporters are too ignorant to follow.
Obama gave them.
See, why he always trying to put stuff on other people? I don't know what that's about. He think he the best thing since sliced bread, man. Since sliced bread. I can't get over this guy, Trump, man. And I'm anybody that's supporting him, I mean, to each his own, man. But you got to wake up for real. You got to really see past all this BS. I'm talking about the whole, like I say all the time, I'm talking about the whole cabinet. Everything that's going on inside that White House needs to stop. And the people need to be out of there. All of them. Democrat, Republican, everybody. Everybody must go. They must go. But listen to this guy, yo. He said Iran should name, they wanted him to be the supreme leader.
Seen anything like we're doing in the Middle East with Iran? And they are negotiating, by the way, and they want to make a deal so badly, but they're afraid to say it because they figure they'll be killed by their own people. They're also afraid they'll be killed by us. There's never been a head of a country that wanted that job less than being the head of Iran. I don't want it. We listen to some of the things they say. We hear them very clearly. They say, I don't want it. We'd like to make you the next supreme leader. No, thank you. I don't want it. But I want to express my gratitude to the tremendous... Never seen anything.
Who wants to make this guy supreme leader? Yo, he is delusional, man. He delusional, man. Delusional and out of bounds, man. And out of bounds. You know, we sending the troops in there. Israel said, we not sending no troops. We ain't going in there. We'll let America handle that. We'll let America handle that. Iran done gathered up 1 million troops out there, man. They waiting. I don't want to see no bloodshed. I don't want to see no war. This is unnecessary, man. And I think that both of these guys should be in prison. I don't even know what happened to the guy on the left. I don't know what happened to his goddamn, he had a case back in Israel. Like, they was trying to arrest him and get him like, he got a case. Germany said if he set foot on there, they snatching him up. So he got issues, I'm not gonna say world crime because I don't really necessarily know, but it's a lot of people calling for him to be arrested. And I'm calling for the other guy on the right to be arrested. Right here, let us see him with the handcuffs on his back. Yeah, they got some shit for him. They waiting. But look what Yemen said. They said, test your army in Yemen first, then talk about Iran. I know y'all heard what he said about the prince of UAE. Talk about he begged them and all this other stuff. Trump is delusional. He talked too much crap. And I think we need to figure out a way to really get rid of this guy, man. I think we really need to find a way to get rid of this guy and what we need to be doing. What do we need to be doing?
We get rid of him, and how many of them behind him that's ready to follow in his footsteps? Because now we've allowed him to open the door to the possibilities of an authoritarian takeover.
Yeah, we already see the ones that's around him that's down with it. JD Vance's and we see the guys that's around him that's down. We cannot let these guys continue to get in power because it ain't gonna be right for the people, man. And I'm saying the people, not this ain't about color. I'm gonna say it again. It's not about color, it's about the people.
But you got people of influence already poisoning the minds of everybody else that, supporting those directions is what's important and what's aligned with them, because it's for them only financial gain. Like, that's the only thing that they're concerned about when it comes to supporting Trump, how financially it benefits them. They're not looking at what's happening, and
I don't understand that, LB's like. And I was saying that same thing yesterday. Like, yo, everybody just worrying about the money. If I can get an extra money on some income tax, if he gonna send out stimulus, like, yo, dog, they out here doing shit to babies. We forgetting about this shit.
What you're doing to the morality, what you're doing to, just hope. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing to the values that we try to live up to in this country. Like, what are you doing to this in the hopes that you save a little bit on taxes? This is what we're being traded for. They're trading people's lives for a few dollars.
Right. Let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. Y'all in the chat as well. Do y'all think USA is turning into one of the worst countries on earth?
We have no money. Yes, we are.
We ran here bullying. Now Trump talk about he should just take the oil from Iran. I thought you was in there looking for nuclear weapons, dog.
We're terrorists. Is who we are. This country is a terrorist country. It has been, and it has proven that we're continuing that streak. Now we just have people without conscience or care other than money that's going to go ahead and go full out. That was the only thing that was holding us back before, I believe. That you didn't have people who had the balls enough to go and start taking stuff from other people. Now you got somebody in there that's ballsy enough. He done tanked our economy. I don't know if y'all saw that. I keep saying it, that we're now insolvent. I don't know if people understand what that means. We're broke. We're broke.
We are broke. And he did that purposely, LBs. Tanked our economy. And he's continuing to sink it purposely because they're trying to change from this economy and this old currency form and go into digital currency. First of all, he broke the law with that. I know y'all know that. He broke the damn law with that because Donald Trump's wealth surged 183% in 2 years. What does that mean? That means Donald Trump has presided over the most lucrative presidency in American history, adding billions to his net worth, largely by cashing in on crypto. And this is what I be saying by they way ahead of the game. They already preparing for the next wave of what's about to happen, and we're still stuck on the dollar bill. He should be in prison just for this, though. I didn't know you was able to get billions and billions and sit as be the president. Didn't know you could do that. Didn't know that you could do that. But I don't respect this regime too much.
Oh, he's a good businessman. Yeah, well, he bankrupted the U.S., y'all. That's what he did.
And putting billions in his pocket.
Yeah.
Suing the IRS
well,
for $10 billion.
He stole from you. He
Project 2025.
Perfectly. He positioned the laws. He utilized all of everything he had at his disposal to position himself and his family and his buddies to Still.
Hey, Nicole, look up Agenda 2030. It gets worse. It gets worse. They preparing. They 10 years ahead of us as far as preparing. We see this plan right here been in effect since back in the day. And they putting it in effect in 2026, but they steps ahead of us, and they're gonna make sure that we're the reason that they stay in power and get all the money and all the other shit. We gotta dismantle the system. And I said that out loud. We need to do that though. I'm just keeping it 1,000. But more serious news, man. More important. Tired of Trump. Enough of Trump. I know y'all heard about this, man. It's going down tomorrow, y'all. How many of y'all even knew this was taking place? Be honest, because I didn't know until a couple days ago. But how many people knew this was going on, man? They didn't even go the first time. This is what I'm saying about the lies. This is what I'm saying about the lies, though, LB. This is exactly what I'm saying about the lies. Now, tomorrow we're supposed to be going for the first time in 54 years. Damn, it took us 54 years to get back after we landed the first time. But that would have been a cakewalk.
Oh, baby, I swear, man. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh.
Your first time hearing it, I'm glad I could bring you the news, Nicole. I'm glad I could bring you the news.
Yeah, I have not seen that anywhere.
Glad I could bring you the news, but check it out. They had something.
Preparations are underway for NASA's historic mission to the moon. 4 astronauts, including the first woman and first black astronaut, are set to blast off to the dark side of the moon as early as Wednesday. They are currently in quarantine at the Kennedy Space Center and shared their excitement ahead of the launch.
It is our strong hope that this mission is the start of an era where every person on Earth can look at the moon and think of it as also a destination.
This is a live look of the rocket at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, which will take the 4 astronauts on a 10-day flight around the moon, paving the way for a moon landing. 50 years in the making. Final preparations are...
You know what I don't understand? Maybe it just be me and I be bugging sometime, right? The black guy's the pilot. Why you ain't interview him? I look for all these interviews to see if I could get an interview of the black guy talking about it. Not one interview did I find of the black guy talking about him being the first black pilot to travel or take the trip around the moon, because they're not stopping at the moon. They're going around it and coming back.
Oh, so we still can't get an idea what the moon looked like? For real?
They're going to do a bunch of bullshit, which costs billions and trillions of dollars. Ain't no telling how much that trip about to cost. But my thing is, y'all still talk about a first trip. Who don't know that the first moon mission was a bull crap inside a goddamn factory somewhere?
Hey, what happened to them astronauts that got stranded?
They made it back. They made it back. We ain't heard no more from them, though. They made it back.
So that probably mean they didn't make it back. Anybody seeing the photos?
I seen them on T. They look a little disheveled coming back, like they had went through something. But they only went to the space station.
Right. So like what? And
these ones right here talk about going to the moon. A 10-day mission. And you know what the picture looked like? Whoever saw Deep Impact?
I did.
So remember when they had the drawing and they were showing what they had to do to land on the
window and all that?
Yeah, and all go around. It looked like they copying this shit straight out of the movie, man. A field trip. I hope they survive. I remember all them trips they was trying to take back in the day. The thing was blowing up before it even got where it needed to go. Man, come on, the moon. Is that what we talk about? Come on, man. But kudos to the black pilot. Kudos to him, man. Because you don't see that regular. I mean, I haven't. He was the first, so we definitely ain't seen it. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him, man. Don't come back. He gonna come back Anunnaki, man. Ain't no telling what's going on, man. He about to come back like an alien. They gonna be saying something went on out there. We'll see, man. We'll see. All right, we got some more news real quick. We got about 20 minutes left. So y'all did y'all hear Tisha Campbell? Is that her name, Tisha Campbell? That is her name, right? Tisha Campbell.
Yeah, there is a Tisha Campbell.
Was in the building. You survived, Martin, the show. And I know there's not much you can talk about it, but as you think back over those
Let me
times,
just stop you.
What?
I'm going to stop you
Come on,
right
stop
there.
me right there,
I'm going to
sis.
stop you right
Come
there.
on.
Never have I ever said a bad, unkind thing about the show, about Martin Lawrence, and I never will. I will protect him to the day I die. I don't care what people think about me. To the day I die. I will never say a bad or unkind word to any media outlet ever.
Okay.
That person needs protection, and I will protect him till I die.
I love that loyalty.
So, as I was saying,
You ain't saying nothing.
Because she had to stop you.
as you think back,
I know how to deal with him, y'all.
as you think back to those times, what is
Yes.
your fondest memory of Martin,
Yes.
the show?
What's the fondest?
Yeah, memory of the show.
Tashina Arnold.
Really? Just because y'all were.
Yeah, because, you know, we had known each other for so long.
Tisha Campbell's in the building.
Tell me in the chat, man, what y'all think about that, man. I can tell y'all what I think. I think, you know, first of all, we know she said some shit about Martin before. You know, I think she felt sexual harassment before or something like that. So that's why the show ended. That's why Martin, the show ended. But what I'm thinking happened is that she may have took some keys from Felicia Rashad and the Cosby cast, on how to play these type of situations. Don't let them, you know, don't be a part of them bashing our legends. You know what I'm saying? And for Tigger to even try to bring that up, though, was kind of corny. But I like the way the stance she took, though. Like, you know what I mean? I will protect him. He needs protecting. And at the
I
time,
know they had a reconciliation or something some years back. I do remember that, but I didn't know what it was about. But
yeah, it was like sexual harassment. He was like coming on to her. From my understanding, he was coming on to both of them, her and Pam.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was like the coming on where we're thinking, like just being persistent all the time, trying to go on a date or trying to get some or whatever the case may be. That's what I think it was more like he was making it an uncomfortable situation around the workplace or whatever the case may be. But my thing is, this what I be kind of talking about when I be saying like, yo, why we don't stand up for each other or whatever the case may be. Don't let negative shit get into the media by us being the ones doing it about each other.
Well, if
9
we don't
times
hold
out of 10, media
accountable, right? Shouldn't we, as a people, be holding ourselves accountable sometimes?
We can, but we don't have to put that in the media. Like, we can hold each other accountable, but we don't have to put that shit in the media.
Right.
We've been the people been stomped on for generations and generations and generations. Let's handle our shit behind scenes. We ain't got to put our shit all out here where everybody is looking at us wrong and I won't be able to get a bag no more. Or, you know what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of that happening where people can't even get, now people can't get their finances right. People getting GoFundMe's and all this other shit because something that came out about them, and 9 times out of 10 is coming out from somebody that's our people. He ain't this and that. Oh, he jerked me. He did this and that and third. And I don't think we take that. I don't think we take us seriously a lot of times. You might take yourself seriously, chill, but I don't think we take us seriously.
Right.
Like I can't be behind them. I can't ride with them. They always doing some dumb shit. They always doing this, that, and the third. But everybody does dumb shit. But we're the ones you always hear about the shit about. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that. But I do also sympathize with other people because I mean, it's true. We are our own worst critics, as a community. We look at each other the harshest, right? And I think it's because we know what they're capable of. We know what we're capable of. So we look at you with a harsher lens. But I can just see on the other side, because like sometimes I say, I'm definitely black and pro-black, but some of these actions and these people, oh my God, it is so embarrassing. It is so disheartening. It is so, I don't want to deal with it,
And straight knucklehead behavior.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
Are we frozen? Can y'all guys hear me? See me? Are we frozen? Or is it just Kim frozen? Oop, I guess it's just me. So y'all got me. So yeah, I mean, we definitely need to start making sure that we look at each other and make sure that we frozen. I don't know what happened. Internet connection. But yeah, we definitely need to build our community back, y'all. I don't know what it's going to take for us to do that. I know I'm in my personal situation. I try to make sure if I see things that I feel like are not representative of us, in our Black culture, that, I try to, look at it from a standpoint where I'm not being as judgmental. It's hard to sometimes. And try to educate people, try to educate the people that are around me, and the younger people that I am exposed to. There's a certain behavior, there are certain, requirements that we need to have and standards that we need to have of ourselves, because we are definitely, I believe, a superior race. So we need to act accordingly. But some of these things that people have going on and some of our youth, oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. And I keep replaying that Houston spring breaks scene in my brain. Like that was like the epitome of what I hate about our particular community. Not that we were the only ones out there. I'm not going to say that. But just the fact that, it was so much behavior, and not that people having a good time is a bad thing, but it was the way that things happen, right? It was that whole scene about, the negative that's put out there in the media, the fights and the vandalism and, the exorbitant amount of activities and sexual things that were going on that were being displayed online. Like, we're damaging your own reputation. Like, people, don't you know that makes you look just as bad as that, but this is the age that we're living in. But we definitely need to do better as a community. It was definitely a hot mess. It was a hot mess. And it was like so many things that happened that I hope never happen anywhere else. And I saw a lot of people that were complaining about it, and I know a lot of people share, these sentiments as well, but we have a good time. We do as a people, we have a good time. We know how to, get along when we need to, but we also have these groups that seem to be put in the limelight that is showing up as our representation. And it's sad because that's not who we are as a people. It's only like every group of people have the ones that are not, the ones that are the best representation. And it seems like they get the most attention. You know what I'm saying? Y'all agree? It's like they always highlight the worst of every community. And, unfortunately for us, it's an agenda to always make sure ours is highlighted more than anybody else. And that does us more damage. If we can get on the same page and we can get on the same accord, it kind of like make sure we're heading down a road that represents who we want to show up as a people. I think we can get on the good foot. I think we can get to a point where, we can actually do something better for our community as a whole. And we can start on the path back to the greatness, right? The greatness that our people have and our people are capable of and our people have displayed over the decades. Because no matter what we've endured, we have endured and we continue to thrive as a people. Well, welcome back.
Hey, man, it was a blackout over here. I don't know what just happened, man. They just went black. Everything just shut off.
You done shut everything down. They coming hard to try to shut you up, Ekim. That's what that is.
I believe it might be possible, man. I believe if it ain't possible now, it will, because I can't be quiet about this stuff, man. There's too much stuff going on, and I see it. Right. We see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we got to speak out about it. I don't know if we need to take action, but something need to be done.
We definitely need to. And I think we need to start with ourselves, right? Take a hard look at what we're doing wrong. And, we lost that sense of community where I could tell, or, my aunties, you could tell, the niece and the nephews, hey, don't act like that. You out here representing our family. You act like you got some sense when you out in these streets. If we get back to those values, those core, teachings and things, I think we can get on the path to uniting us as a people. But we got to definitely start somewhere, and I think it's within.
And I think a lot of folks that's like in our age bracket are figuring it out a little bit. Because a lot of us, like I said, we used to be ignorant and do a lot of ignorant shit as well, me myself. But I understand that the generation that's under us, them parents, they need to wake up. They need to understand what's going on, because we see what's happening with the children, the 13 and the 14-year-olds. So we, as a whole collective, we need to be reaching back. We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
It's time to straighten up. It's time to tighten up. We're not doing that as a collective no more. We're not living like this.
We're not living like this anymore. We got to make changes, and they got to come to that realization a lot quicker, than we did. They can't wait till their 40s, because then the next generation gonna be waiting till their 40s, and it's wasted time. We got to start right now.
And one of the things, I'm gonna stress it, and I'm gonna keep it real. I used to play the game a whole lot, the Call of Duty, the Grand Theft Auto, and now they got shit like Roblox, and where they luring your kids and these games and stuff like that. We need to get our kids out of that trance. They in a trance. Their mind is being manipulated, and it's being like they in a trance.
Yeah.
And we got to wake them up, man. We got to wake them up, and we got, like I said, wake the parents up that's under us, because we know better. Are we the last parents that know better?
I think
the last generations of parents that know better.
I think we're the last generation, not just that we know better. I think that we have had the most experience life-wise, right? Because some of us went through, especially me down in the South, when I was young, I saw the KKK marching in a neighboring town. You know what I'm saying? So we came from, seeing the segregation itself coming up out of that, really in the South, and then flourishing through and seeing all the opportunities that were afforded, being a part of that, being able to go to college freely, being able to, get whatever it is in a job that you wanted to get, move up the corporate ladder. We've seen all that. So we know what's possible. So we have in our generation a lot to share, a lot to teach from, and we got to step up and learn how to be the teachers, not the judges, but the teachers.
Yeah. Right. I agree 1,000%. I agree 1,000%, man. And one word that you used earlier, man, pertaining to us is holding each other accountable, man. I'm talking about old, young, middle age. Like, we need to start acting like that's your people.
That's your
people. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. No, that's your people acting like this. Say something. Let them know you even care. Yo, what you doing, bro? Whatever you may say.
Yeah. I want better for you.
And that's how we got to act. Like, we want better for each other. We want better for our children. We want the generation. First of all, if we're looking at 13 or 14-year-olds, first of all, we just saw a 14-year-old and a baby die, and she in critical condition and all that, right? But what is she going to be teaching that kid? She 14 and drunk on a highway, right?
She ain't learned nothing yet.
This is what I'm saying. We not learning nothing, and we they don't even know how to be parents. Nothing. What does that say for our people going forward? What it's going to be like? I just want to see us act like we got some sense and that we know better.
Yeah.
That we know better, man, and we could have better. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can do better.
But we got to get back to standards. We got to get back to morals. We got to get back to values. We got to bring those things back. We got to get back to giving respect.
I agree 100%. I'm gonna play this real quick, right, before we get out of here, because I was holding it for last, because we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Because you know we done talked about this person already, and I know y'all don't like talking about it because it's y'all girl. But we're gonna talk about it tomorrow on Woman Chat. But check this out. It threw me for a loop because I've kind of been saying this, but not saying it in this way. So I'm gonna let her say it for herself.
It was just a blur. Yo, how the fuck I got 4 kids? Like, you know, my aunt was saying that shit, right? Like, my aunt was like, bitch, how the fuck you got 4 kids, bitch? And I was like, you know what? I don't really know. It was just a blur. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really got mad kids. And it's funny because it's like, bitch, I'm a kid. I'm one of them niggas. I'm the oldest fucking sister. How the fuck? Fuck it. It's all for the kids. I was gonna... Oh, by the way, for y'all fans that keep saying...
So let me say this in defense of myself. So I may seem like I've been trying to knock Cardi. This is kind of what I was kind of trying to say. Like, Cardi from the block. I know we said that 1,000 times, right? I'm saying like Cardi she ain't ready to be what y'all saying she ready to be. Like, and she basically saying it. But, you know, and I don't see it as a bad thing, because not for nothing, I believe that she would probably be a great parent. Because she been through some hardships. She been through some shit in her life. She know what she don't want her kids to go through. And she made it to be successful where her kids don't got to go through the shit that she went through. So I think she'll be a good parent. But this was kind of what I was saying.
She is a good parent. I ain't going to take nothing away from Cardi. I think she is.
You know what I'm
saying.
And
I think I definitely get you. And yeah, I mean, it can happen in a blur, like she said, but that's life. You know, things happen. But I don't think she was a bad person, right? Is what she was doing that was kind of like a side eye, like, yeah, girl, you know. But I think that having kids kind of triggered something to her where they became, you know, a priority for her. Like, she stopped doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, she was making her music because that's her persona. You know, that's how she got the money, so she had to keep that up. But I do feel like, having watched her and how she interacts as a woman now, you know what I mean? I think that made her grow.
And I think she's still growing.
She's still growing. And I think it has a lot to do, too, because her family, her mom, her sisters, they're all there for each other, right? They're a good support system.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely helps.
Yeah. But I could remember me saying clearly, like, you know, she just like a regular chick from the block. And I think people thought I was trying to be funny. I'm not saying that chicks that's from my block, I got genuine love for. Like, but I know how they are, and I know how they play, and I know how they play with men. Not saying that's what she's doing now. I think she understands that she got to tone it down. And this is what I'm saying. When you're hearing her, I'm hearing she saying, yo, I got to tone it down a little bit. I got to.
Yeah.
What I'm doing with goddamn 4 kids. Like, you know what I mean? I need to chill out.
Yeah. I
need to tone it down. So respect
that's
her.
Taking accountability. That's owning it, right? So, hey.
Yeah, and I respect that.
And
I respect that. And I don't want, if she ever come past any of these clips, I don't want her to ever think that we was trying to really throw shots. I was just
Yes,
calling
you
how
were. Yes,
I wasn't.
you were.
No, I
Don't
wasn't
do
really.
that. Mm-mm.
No, I wasn't really trying to throw shots. I was trying to say that just what I said.
I got you.
Like, and I'm saying this to her. You know what you like. You know how Jenny had the song. I'm just Jenny from the block. That's just Cardi from the block. We like, you understand what I'm saying? So when you hear Jennifer Lopez say she want love and all this shit, that's why it seemed like I was clowning Jennifer Lopez. But you came out with the song Jenny from the block. You had all these guys you dealt with. So I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm not, trying to
grow,
disrespect, man.
Evolve. So
yeah, currently, man, we at that time, man. Unfortunately, let me say that. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Y'all know tomorrow is, man, Woman Chat Wednesday. We'll be in there. Make sure y'all there. While y'all here right now, make sure y'all hitting that like button, subscribing, sharing it with somebody who you think might like the material we putting out, man. I'm a Motor EMS, man. I have nice mascot, man. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. 100.
Y'all, it's LBZ here. I'm holding it down for the ladies on the Band of Brothers Morning Show. Y'all, we got these real conversations going. If you enjoy, definitely keep coming back for us. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe so you can get those notifications. Keep coming back. Share us with your friends and family. Send us a few dollars, y'all. We got contributions set up so we can, definitely keep us on the air. I bid y'all well on your day. Remember that existence is automatic and purpose is chosen.
Hey, yo, Fly Global, Mr. Everywhere. You ain't never there. I am the Jersey representative in South. I want to say I appreciate everybody for tuning in each and every day with us. Tomorrow, we will be live from Atlantic City, New Jersey. I promise you that one. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Like Bees just said, man, make sure you get to that barcode chime in Cash App. If you want this content to keep coming, we got to pay bills. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
100. Can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you. I'm back with and I know what I gotta do. I'm about 3 steps forward.
Hey, yo,
Actually, you gotta come through. I need love, I need patience. Take me back to the basics. I just need one more shot at living. I just need one more shot like Pippin. Niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you. I am the